What's going on, everybody? Bastion YGO here, bringing you my TRICKSTAR deck profile. I'm really excited these finally came out. Actually, though the set doesn't come out for like another 2-3 days, but I was able to pick up pretty much everything I needed for the deck, and I'm so excited for it. I just want to share my deck with you guys. This is not going to be the strictly FTK build, although it is possible to FTK someone with this deck. But this is going to be more of the more competitive build that I've seen do well in the OCG, and that I hope will translate to doing well in the TCG. So yeah, let's get started. Let's set the way. You want to play 3 Candina. Candina is your main searcher of the deck. Can search any TRICKSTAR card as long as it has TRICKSTAR in the name. Usually, you want to get this card out as soon as possible because it starts off all your combo plays. Searches for Likers. You can, when Likers gets destroyed, you can normal summon this and get Lilybell. Lilybell, when it searches, special summoned. And then when you attack directly, you get Likers back, and you do it all over again. So Candina is an extraordinary card, and definitely want to play at 3. Next, 3 Likers. Likers is going to be your main damage dealer of the deck. Basically, whenever your opponent adds a card to their hand, you can burn them for 200 for every card they draw. So even during their draw phase, no matter how they get a card to their hand, as long as it's to their hand, they take 200 per. That's why it's really good with Trickster Reincarnation, because you can do, if you summon this and set a Reincarnation, if you activate it during the opponent's draw phase or standby phase, they immediately take 6 times 200, so that's 1200 points of damage. And if you have Light Stage on the field, that just adds more to it. So 3 Likers, main damage dealer. You want to play 2 Lilybell. Not really more than this. Lilybell is a great card, but it doesn't do much by itself, and you need another TRICKSTAR in the graveyard for it to really do anything. You're really gonna want to search this turn 2 or 3 so you can revive some of your banished TRICKSTARs that are in the grave. Bring them back to your hand. Some of them, like with Lycoris. But yeah, this is more of your recycle card. You can use this to link summons, things like that. It's really good though, because if you're able to normal summon this and you have a Lycoris in the grave, you can attack directly, search Lycoris to hand, special summon it, add Lilybell to hand, activate Lilybell effect when it's added to a hand by any other effect. When it's added to hand except by drawing it, you get to special summon it, and then you get to attack again for another 800. And if you have Light Stage on the field, that's instant 2000 to the face. So 2 Lilybell is all you need. Now here we go with the I'm gonna play 3 Ice Bell, 2 Glass Bell, 1 Snow Bell, the entire WINDWITCH engine. This is just, it helps the deck out so much because the monsters do a lot of damage, but it's not like they're meant to stay out on the field for too long. So this just helps you make the indestructible Crystal Wing, which is just a great defense to just sit behind that and do all your little TRICKSTAR monsters do all that burn damage and Lilybell with the attack. So I think this is just a great engine to run in this deck. Yeah, and I pretty much seem to open with it a lot, which I don't know if it's just my luck or if, I don't know, but I really like this engine. It's definitely a keeper. Next, you want to play double Droll and Lockbird, double Ghost Ogre, and double Honest. All these cards serve their purpose. Droll and Lockbird you can chain with TRICKSTAR Reincarnation to make them unable to search for the rest of the turn. Or if they already searched, you can activate Reincarnation and then activate the Lockbird or something like that. And then they just can't draw any more cards, so that's broken. I would probably bump this to 3, but I think 2 is good right now. You don't want to draw it too much because you're not going to get Reincarnation every single time. Ghost Ogre, just because it's really hot right now. It's a very good card. against any matchup. Just get any monster off the field, any effect card. And honest, it's so amazing. I was playing this guy yesterday, and he had this huge board, pretty much had me beat, but he was at like 1,500 life points or something like that. No, he was at like 3,000 life points, and he attacked into my Candina with his 3,000 attack synchro monster. I forget what it was, and I dropped double honest on him, and he killed himself. So I really like honest in this deck because I mean all your trick stars are light. I mean you can't play with the wind witches, but it's still very good to have. Next, you want to play triple light stage. I am missing one. I'm sorry I was not able to get it before today. But I think TRICKSTAR light stage is like $5, so it shouldn't be too hard to pick up. Along with your triple terraforming, you want to see this card immediately because if you do not have Candina, you open this up and then you will have your Candina. So you basically have like 9 ways to get to Candina, which is really good. It's like almost a quarter of your deck. So yeah, if you light stage. Also, you can't forget about the second effect of light stage, which is it doesn't just do burn and search, but you can also during your turn, once per turn, you can target a set card in your opponent's spell and trap card zone, and you can basically just neutralize it so they can't activate it, and then during the end phase they have to activate it or send it to the graveyard, which I think is really good, and then underappreciated effect. Next to round off our spells, you just want to play 2 MST. I would play Cosmics, but it's kind of expensive right now, and I don't like taking the minus of losing life points. So I prefer MST regardless, or heavy Storm Duster. If you can pick those up, definitely play that over MST. I just think it's a much better card. Next, you're going to play triple Reincarnation. Again, I am missing one. I do apologize, but I was able to pick up 2. That's good enough. I was trying to pick it up, but this other guy was telling me he wanted 25 for it, and I refused to spend more than 20 on his card to pick these 2 up for 20s. I don't want to spend the extra 5 for another one because I'm pretty sure I can get it for 20. But Reincarnation, super broken in this deck. Never forget that you can banish this card from your graveyard during either player's turn, and you can target a TRICKSTAR monster in your graveyard to special summon it. So definitely a great card. And round it off, you want to play 2 Ceasefire. Some people play Blazing Mirror Force, but I personally think Ceasefire is the much better card, just because you're going to have a decent amount of monsters out, maybe 3 monsters out, 2 at the worst. So that's instant 1,000 burn damage, and then you let your opponent establish some sort of board, because you're going to be burning them along the way regardless, and then you just flip Ceasefire, and then you can just end the game there. So I think Ceasefire is a really extraordinary card because you don't take any damage and you make your opponent take ridiculous amounts of damage. The only card deck that this wouldn't be good against is like the Phantasm Spiral deck, but you won't be seeing that too often, unfortunately. Now, this is not 40 cards because there are 2 variants of this deck I run. In one of them, I play double Scapegoat, Mind Control, 2 Chain Summoning, Raigeki, and Gofu. This is more of the offensive build. Okay? You can play, because you flip Scapegoat during your opponent's turn, and that's instant Firewall Dragon, Topologic Dragon. It's just, you can make Mrs. Radiant with these because they are Earth. I think Scapegoat is a really underrated card. Extraordinary card. So 2 Scapegoat is good, in my opinion. Mind Control is actually a card that I was debating keeping in this deck, but there was a few times where I was going up against someone and they summoned a Decode Talker, right? And it was too big for my monster to get over. So what I did was I summoned Candina, because he only had 1 monster linked to it, so it was at 2800. I summoned Candina, right? And then I attacked into their other monster that was linked to it, so that it couldn't negate any targeting. Activate Mind Control, and linked summoned using that and Candina to summon, I think it was Topologic Bomber Dragon. and it was a really good feeling. Definitely one mind control I think is really good. Also, if your opponent only has one monster in the field, you can just take control of it and attack for game. So great card. Chain Summoning is really busted in this deck because you can, if you have a Lycris and a Candina hand, normal summon the Candina, activating its effect. Then you chain Lycris in hand. Then you activate Chain Summoning, and you can end up with 3 Lycris and a Reincarnation on your very first turn. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. You just keep normal summon Candina, keep searching, special summoning, get it back to your hand with Lycris, normal summon it again, and you burn your opponent for, see, a lot of damage. Like, almost half your life points is gone just by, like, drawing their first card. Origeki doesn't really deserve an explanation. It's just a broken card. Gofu. I had this in here because sometimes having a Deco Talker is just really good. There's really not much more to say about that. It negates any targeting effect, and it's not once per turn. So, and it's a pretty big monster. So Deco Talker is actually one of the better Link monsters we have so far. So there's really no reason why you wouldn't play it, as I see it. So one Gofu is good. You can play, okay, so that's the offensive version, and there's another version where I play Recall, Solemn Warning, 2 Anti-Spell Fragrance, and triple Effect Veiler. You can take out one of the Effect Veilers for another Recall. I just prefer it instead of Solemn Strike. Like I said, I really hate taking life points to negate stuff. It's just not something I like to do. I'd rather give my opponent a free draw because what are the chances of them drawing something broken? Though it does happen, not too often. So I'd probably take one Effect Veiler out, put this. This is just more control, a bit of a slower build, but you have more control over the deck. This is just kind of fast. You take them out in like 2-3 turns. The duel's over. This you can grind a little bit more. So it's whichever your preference. I tend to lean towards this build a little bit more. This is the one that I was testing yesterday, and I won like, I want to say 75% of my matches. A lot of them within the first two to 3 turns. So this is the one I prefer, but you can play whichever one. I just feel like I should point out both. Okay, now for the extra deck. Let's see. We play 1 Holy Angel. 1's really all you need. You really don't go into it more than once per duel, so yeah, I mean it's a good card, but you really don't see it often. I'll play 2 Link Spider, 1 Mrs. Radiant. This is going to be for your Deco Talker. For your Gofu plays, your Link Spiders. Mrs. Radiant you can make with the Scapegoats. Deco Talker because it's broken, and Topologic Bomber Dragon because it's just a monster of a card. Like it's really freaking good. Like it just can't summon, or else it gets destroyed. There's ways around it, but I mean I personally really like the card. For the Synchros, I want to play 1 Winter Bell, 1 Crystal Wing, and 1 Brionic. Brionic you can make with the Ghost Ogre because there's a tuner and a Lycris. It's just good. Sometimes you need to get over something just to attack your opponent directly. And this is for the Windwitches for your Indestructible Crystal Wing. Really no more explanation needed after that. It's pretty self-explanatory. And now for the Xyz, play the rank 3s. 1 that Zenmains, which is underrated as hell. I really love this card. And Break Sword. I just picked this up. I think it's really good. But I don't know how I feel about it just yet. I think it's pretty good in the deck so far, though. And then you want to finish it off with a Castel, Gaga Samurai, Cowboy, Abyss Dweller. I want to play these 2 to finish off your opponent as soon as possible. This is a burn deck, so Cowboy just fits. Dweller's always been good, and Castel just gets over things like Beals. Beals are just anything that can't be destroyed by card effects, because I have some people summon beetles on me, and I can't do anything about it. So unless I have like the honest in hand, then I can attack them before that thing gains attack. But yeah, that's gonna be my Trickstar deck profile for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know any suggestions that you have. I really appreciate it. If you want to see the more dick face version of this deck, where you basically just don't let your opponent do anything or FTK them, let me know. I'll try to get that together as soon as possible. But this is gonna be it for now. So, all right. See you on the next one. Later.